Hey guys, back with another video. I'm going to go over some of the things that I learned by watching the Week 8 Summer Skirmish at PAX West.
Especially with the way that the Storm can move and throw everything that you've planned off. Look at these bounces too. Look at this. He was using 2 corners to drop nades down onto the Vertex skin down below. Gets that Elim to win the game.
That's
Are you
why
kidding me?
That's why I'm casting and not playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are like, why aren't you playing, Jack? I don't know why they sound like that, but it's because
so that was something cool that Psalm did to explode somebody directly underneath him who's turtling. So what he did was he was on a carpet above somebody. He opened this up just a little bit and then placed a wall down here, and he used the floor and the wall to actually blow up directly underneath. So you just shoot it there, it bounces off the wall and blows up directly underneath. Boom, instant damage.
Looks like at that point Aiden started to build to defend. There might be another player pushing in. The FPS from CLG takes tendons out.
So that was Daps with a really cool application of a pyramid block. He was just turtling on a build fight, and his opponent came up running up on with the stairs, and what Daps did was he not only pyramid blocked him, got the walls around, but then he immediately shot through the stairs with an LMG, which broke the structure really fast because it was just built, and then he finished him off right away. So normally when you get pyramid blocked, you're going to look for some way to edit out immediately, and that kind of surprises the opponent. So it's a really good play to do unexpected.
On to line of sight, kind of crouch behind it like it's a mini hill. That kind of awareness of the surfaces around you is incredible.
He said, I just received word from production that he looked at the camera and said, "I'm sorry, I love you." Speaking about his teammate there.
Max trying to wall off here. Ooh, big shot through. That double barrel catches.
Alright, that was Max showing us a different way to edit your stairs when you're under pressure. Usually when you're in a box, it's kind of hard to make sure that you have exactly the right space to do the normal edits with the directional rotation. So he had some configuration, his opponent was on the other side, and as soon as he realized that his opponent was going to go for the other side edit like this, he immediately rotated his stairs to do that, and now he's blocked from that side. And then the other thing I want to talk about in that clip was finally, this I think blew up, he got a window off, and Mac got close to the window, took a shot, and then when he was under pressure and about to get shot again, he actually, instead of waiting and looking straight at it and crouching and strafing like this, he moved himself a little bit faster. You move a little bit faster when you're running in the direction you want to move in, rather than just strafing back and forth normally. So if you ever need to move faster, you need to look in the direction you want to move, rather than just moving side to side.
Edge. He is safe here. Wow. He doesn't have to push. He can just wait for rotations, maybe playing for placement.
He made it so far right there without taking any damage and without any shields or healing. Every little bit of health helps.
33 left, 30 seconds until the next zone.
Alright, so that was T-Fuse showing us another glitch that you could use in competitive games to build through your walls and offer protection without having to do the thing where you edit and then place a floor and blah blah blah. He actually just does it through his wall, and all you need to do is look through. And what does need to happen before this is that this needs to be built so that it doesn't try to place a floor there. So once that happens and it's somewhat built, you can start placing the stuff through here. You don't really need to edit it close, but just easier to see. You can place stairs, floor, and wall. You can't do it on the right side, so you can do that on all sides, just like this. I just placed the stairs underneath me, or behind me, but that's okay. And again, you can't place on that side. Alright, so this is C9 Blind's win, in which I think he had some of the best rocket placements we've seen. And I just want to talk about him real quick. The entire turtle here, there's still like, how many people up? We'll see in a second, I guess. Still 30 people up, but at this point, it's the first moving circle. You can tell that there's a lot of people who are, we'll pause right here. There's a lot of people trying to snake and snake through, and a lot of people are running out of mats, and a lot of people are low HP. So Blind actually just shooting at corners of buildings, catches somebody here just by shooting on the side of the building. Really easy, catches Jay Cuddy, and that he actually got 2 or 3 kills just by the rockets alone. So great play by Blind, and I think that really netted him that royal flush that he got.
35, 35, 70. We'll see it in game 2, pal. Sean moves a little bit closer. Now down to just 11.
All right, so that was Sean, and all I wanted to show was that he was able to place a wall 2 floors down, and that would help you connect your tarps. Sean was up on the tarp, and he was moving forward, and he needed to connect. He didn't actually connect, and I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe he just put it there so he could catch himself with the floor, but you can go ahead and connect. Boom, now your tarp is connected, and you can continue on forward.
There's some info on this, but I believe he's removed a number of very competitive players from the game. I think he's looking to try and do it again here. What that edit and build. What a maneuver, Jack.
So finally, Cease there shows us how to and this has been a problem for me a lot, is when you're running up and editing through a floor that has the stairs over it, you kind of get stuck here and you have to do this awkward jump and edit close to do anything. It's really, really stupid. See, it shows us a really good application of just jumping off and placing a floor and continuing from whatever way you're going to do it. You can do the double ramp out, as like all of us have seen in the build fight compilations and whatever. But that was just a thing to note, is that if you ever get blocked here, if you're ever trying to run up an old build fight that has a floor and then a stairs blocking, you really don't need to edit through the floor. All you need to do is jump up, place your floor, and you're done there. So practice that.
Yourself. And then on top of that, the triangle, dude, the triangle is so important because you can, as soon as you hit the edit key on those, you can pop your head through because the layers show up below.
All right, Landjock shows us that clingers are still really valuable in terms of breaking a structure. If you use it on a floor piece above somebody or a roof piece above somebody, you just throw it at the thing, and now when you break the floor, it falls in and does damage to whoever. So just know that clingers are not worthless now that they don't explode on as soon as the building explodes.
Listen for those sound cues, see if you can keep track of where his opponent went. Necessarily need, but it was a smart play at the time. Now, Jack, we were just saying, this is a smart play.
And what
Zone's only ticket for one.
Literally, I was so confident in his opponent to beat him, and Jack knew.
Actually, the only thing I wanted to call out in that clip was how smart Jack was to disengage through the storm. He knew that the fight was going to be hard for him to take, so he actually just went back in the storm. He was actually out of the storm before this clip started and rotated all the way around so that whoever he was fighting didn't manage to find the kill. He knew he had bandages, so it was okay. So this is a really dope play by Divine, and what we're watching is the rocket at the end where the guy edits down on him, and we'll run it right now. So after this kill, you see this guy's getting ready. He edits down on the floor, boom, shoots the wall. He knew exactly, let me just pause it here and run it back. He knew exactly what was coming. He pulled out his rocket launcher and aimed it directly at the wall, and he knows the radius where he's not going to take damage. So if it was me, I probably wouldn't shoot this rocket because I'd fear for my life. 100 HP down is not going to be good. So anyways, this guy drops in the box, or he doesn't actually drop in the box. He stays right on outside, but it's still going to do damage because it's a rocket and the radius is insane. And yeah, takes that kill really easily.
People rotating, and that's high enough. He might be able to sneak out. Yep, he can crouch walk out of that just barely and look for a shot. He's trying to sneak his way out.
In the case when you're in an awkward box that's halfway through the ground, you actually have a really cool usage of a window here that you can actually peek through and get really cheeky peeks on people. In that case, Punisher knew that the storm was blocking over there and he knew there was nobody there or on his back, so he was comfortable just peeking out of this window and using third person to peek out, peek back in. You can't do this if your box is normal height.
I'm so happy to see it. I want to see how it affects things. And
right through, he's watching. He's going to C4 out and drop the player in. He saw him directly above.
Tries to make some fancy plays.
So in that situation, Lane just noticed that his opponent was actually coming down on his turtle and a lot of pressure. They were pressured from all sorts of different angles with third party, and he was under the assumption that he would come down and eventually break through his box and try to get in. So Lane tried to disengage. He put C4 down and then edited it out real quick and blew it up. And the reason that's useful is even if this guy doesn't get through this box, if the C4 does blow this up, it's like the old Klinger effect. It'll do damage as soon as he gets through.
Blue T and replays right now. A little bit of a build fight. Replay looks like he's looking for a snipe shot. You see him he's jumping and whipping back. Here it comes. Oh! There it is! Replays with the headshot on Blue T.
So FaZe Replay in that clip takes advantage of a big mistake that people are always making in pubs and in other competitive events. There we see Blue Team make the mistake of using stairs side by side and kind of jumping off. And Replays just use the moment between stairs to really get an easy shot. So if you want to start practicing those shots, you'll actually get a lot of tags and a lot of kills based off. So in this clip, Shido uses the storm and a build lane cover to really catch Amaze by surprise, and all he does is stand right underneath the stairs, right on the corner of the storm, and Amaze pushes through to get down on the low ground. I'm not sure exactly why I didn't just go through the roof, but we'll see. So we'll play it. And you can see he's right on the edge here, just an off angle through the storm. It's hard for Amaze to see, and he really catches him off by surprise. So just a nice,
just depending on how the rest of these games play out.
To put in perspective, earlier today, as another engagement goes down, you see the quick swaps from
Wish taking shots on Marcy.
Takes the last thing. This was actually in a Riku game. The game didn't actually count, but we saw Wish who got a double burst right off the spawn. used the double burst really effectively as a double pump, and I know a lot of people probably don't think this way when they get double burst, so I just wanted to point it out. I haven't seen it and I haven't done it myself. If you get double burst, you can actually shoot much faster than shooting just single. I'm clicking as fast as possible there, so the difference, so a lot more bullets going through and a lot more burst damage. Alright, so that's a wrap on this video, guys. I had to actually cut a lot of tips out, but I recommend you guys watch those games. The qualifiers especially had a lot of really interesting plays, especially the first day. I think people were trying their hardest and trying a lot of new strats out. But yeah, great tournament, great job by Epic overall, and I'm really excited for the future, especially as it comes to content like this. If you guys like this video, like, follow, subscribe, all the things on social media, on Twitch, YouTube, everything, and I'll be back with more content just like this.